Welcome to the show, Knicks Nation. So tonight we're going to talk about some interesting topics. Gershon Yabusele may have saved his Knicks career yesterday with a nice showing against the Los Angeles Clippers. Should the Knicks reconsider trading Gershon Yabusele? Trae Young, he officially was traded today to the Atlanta Hawks. And in going there, this was a team that he chose. We're going to discuss whether or not, or how rather, it will impact the New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. Some people find that there may be some trouble in paradise, maybe chemistry issues. We're going to get to the bottom of that as well. Of course, Tosan, he was waived the other day. 6'8" wing. The question always asks, can we get somebody at that size that can produce for us? And this brother just got waived. Did the Knicks make a mistake? Ariel Hukporti, his contract is guaranteed to the end of the season, which means he will be a staple in the Knicks rotation, even though he won't be one of the regular recurring players. My question here is he the right guy to be the Mitchell Robinson insurance policy? And last but not least, the reason why we are here, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he announced recently that he would never, ever accept a trade. And we're going to talk about how that revelation impacts the Knicks and their future going forward. So stay tuned and look forward to a great Knicks nocturnal. Hey, welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest, and you know the vibes. Tell a friend, we are live. Knicks Nocturnal returns once again. Big time salute to everybody in the building early, all the channel members. FS Wisdom, I see you in the building. Maxine, I see you. Salute to the executive producer, Maxine. She runs the show. She's calling the shots, so mostly everything you see is her. So give her a big salute. Salute to everybody else that's tuned in. Hit that like button on the way in. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel, okay? So tomorrow we will also be doing the morning show. So if you got to get up early and go to work, we'll be right here tomorrow around 9 a.m., right, Maxine? We're going to be right here, and I'll be talking about the Clippers game. I'll be talking about the Roommates podcast a little bit. They responded to the 4-game losing streak. So be sure to look out for that tomorrow morning on the way to work. This is a Knicks Nocturnal. Definitely got a lot of topics. Man, I'm just going to get right into it. And the call-up show number is on the screen as well, 646-995-8389. So you get your calls. If I do miss your call, I will call you back because I might be in the middle of breaking out a topic or something to that extent. So definitely we'll do it like that. As far as where we'll start, I guess we could start off talking about Yabusele. Gershon Yabusele, he had a pretty good game against I think this was probably his best game. Maybe not his best game, but one of his best games of the season. He was knocking down the 3-ball. He had a nice little pick and roll drive to the basket. He's still not good defensively. I mean, the defense, especially on the perimeter and pick and roll, is not there. But he is somebody who can score the ball, and I'm curious to know if whether or not you guys, as you guys call in, we should reconsider trading him. My problem, and I'm going to talk more about this a little bit later, is that we have guys that are 6'8", right? We have guys that are 6'8". They're just at the bottom of the rotation. So, and then we got a whole bunch of guys that's 6'5" and under, and they're at the bottom of the rotation. So, what should we do? You know, there has to be a trade. There has to be a trade. Now, should he be a part of a trade package? I would say yeah. I think that you got to move on, because the logic here would be you trade one of your small guards, you trade him, and hopefully get somebody 6'8" that can play. That's my logic. I want to cut in from the 6'5" and under, get me somebody like a Sadiq Bey. I'm not saying we're going to get him. I don't know if New Orleans is willing to part with him. I really hadn't seen his name recently in trade rumors. His name was ringing heavy, like there was interest there, but I'm not sure if the Pelicans want to trade him now. We'll see about that. I expect, Trae Young kind of popped the trade bubble, and I expect to see more teams, making trades of that nature and things of that nature. But I don't know. I just feel as though Yabusele, I wish that he would have more time to really show us if he could at least be prolific on the offensive end, because I think Mike Brown would give his defense a pass if on the offensive end, he could show us a little bit more than what he's been showing us. I'm not sure. But I am of the logic, though, of getting a better 6'9" guy. I think we need a better 6'9". I think that if you have to rely on, because and I might also talk about this on the Breakfast Show tomorrow, that when Shamet and Hart gets back, because Shamet is a game time decision, by the way. And like I said, we'll talk more about that tomorrow morning. But when those guys get back, is this going to be your bench? Hart, Shamet? No, not Hart. Sorry. Hart goes back to the starting lineup. Shamet, Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson, and Tyler Kolek. That's what you're going to play off the bench? All 6'4", 6'5" and under to go with Mitch? No, man. You need to get somebody 6'8" that can play, that you're willing to play. So, yes, I'm under the assumption that Yabu, yes, he has to get up out of here. I did see we did get a call. I guess I'll take this call before we get into the next topic. See if this brother's ready to get on the line. 646-995-8389. Let me know your thoughts. Hey, Yuri, how's it going, man? Well, this show is Knicks Nocturne. This is Maxine's show. This is a show that she wanted me to do. It's a late night show where we have different topics, and tonight we got 6 topics. So you can choose which one you would like to discuss. We got Trae Young, how will he impact the Knicks? We got Ariel Hukporti. Hold on, really quickly, Yuri. They said they can't hear you. Hold on, let me see if I can make this one tweak. Hold on, this one tweak.
It's always technical difficulties with the show.
Yes. Can you hear him now? Can you hear Yuri now?
Checking. 1, 2, 3. Mac better.
Okay, let's see what the chat says.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear him. They can hear you. Let's go, Yuri.
Let's start off spicy. Let's talk Giannis. Let's talk Giannis.
Okay.
Let's talk Giannis because we were discussing that in the chat.
All right.
We were discussing that in the Discord server before. Now, Karan, me and you go way back. I respect you. I've actually quite fond of you, bro. Like between me and you, like fellow Knicks fans, we disagree. We have disagreements about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
The whole Giannis thing is like, he's an MVP, all-time great. Respect him. He's done a lot for Milwaukee. I talked about this with multiple people after me and you had that discussion, right? And all I'm going to say is like, there's a lot of mixed reactions about Giannis. And most people wanted Giannis. Fellow Knicks fans wanted Giannis. I was in a boat that wanted him, but didn't want him at the same time.
Yeah.
I was mostly on the boat of I didn't want him.
Right.
I feel like what this feels like is that Giannis doesn't want to be the bad guy. And he was like,
right.
I'm just going to stay committed to Milwaukee.
Right. Right. And I'm gonna unpack that later. I don't want to step on your take, but I do want to ask you this.
What's up?
You said in Discord that you had, you think that we have the, because I asked you a specific question.
Yeah, I didn't understand what you meant.
So let me do it. Let's do it in real time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Giannis gave us the edge in being a favorite to win the championship.
Okay, now that you say that.
Right. Because right now, do you believe that we are a favorite to win the championship?
Okay, favorite? No. Favorite to go to the finals? Yes.
Right.
Now that you say that.
And honestly, your favorite to go to the finals might be challenged, but go ahead.
We're favorite to go to the finals. I don't believe we're favorite to win the title.
Okay.
Because OKC, even though they're an NBA slump, let's be real, they got that core to win the title.
Right.
They got an MVP that we don't have. They got an all NBA first teamer that we don't have.
That we don't have. Bingo.
Which we do have on our team, which just hasn't been, no, we have all stars. We don't have that all NBA, all MVP on our team.
Right.
So I have to take that in consideration. But we are favored to go to the finals. That could even be challenging as well. So I do feel like that what you're coming from, where I do get where you're coming from now.
Right. And that was my point in the chat. That this is sad news to me. Right. But is it really sad news? Because I'm going to unpack a lot of what Giannis said. I'm gonna dissect the BS, and I'm gonna dissect what's real.
Right now, or in the next show?
No, on this show. Okay. We got some topics. I'm flying through the topics, but we will get to that. I got the article. And I'm gonna put it on the screen. His words. And we're gonna dissect it tonight. Yep. But I'll let you get your final thought out, Yuri. I appreciate you calling up, man.
Yeah, no. That was my whole Giannis talk. That was the whole Giannis talk. I want to do a quick short on the Trae Young thing. Okay. One, that trade is bad on both sides. But it's not bad for Washington in a sense. That trade is bad for both sides. Because one, the Atlanta Hawks don't have their franchise player no more.
Right.
He never was a franchise player to begin with because he got to a rebuilding Knicks team back in 2021. Atlanta fans don't want to hear that, though. So I'm going to pull their leg. But that's also bad for Atlanta because even though Atlanta got better without Trae, now they don't have a star player.
Right.
But I think they got a star player in Johnson. Very weird for me to say that. And Jalen Johnson. Salute to our fellow Duke boy in Atlanta.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. We want to root for him, but then we don't, right?
Right. Washington, however, got out clean in this trade. They get their franchise star player in Trae Young. They got the youngins. Trae Young, as much as we fault him, as much as we say Trae Young, let's be real here. The guy's a pick and roll machine. For God's sakes, he would fit right in for Washington. Right in for Washington.
100%, man. But Yuri, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad we got some clarity in our discussion as well. About where I was coming from, because that's what I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you gave me clarity too, because it's Giannis. This whole thing's been all over for like the last few months, and it was heated a few times with this discussion. But now that I actually understand your viewpoint, it's like we really did miss out on Giannis. Let's just be real. We did miss out on Giannis.
Bingo.
But now that it is dead and buried, now we can focus on our team.
But on the way out, it may not be dead and buried. We'll see. Listen, I guarantee you, by the end of this show, we're gonna get some more Giannis clarity than just the little quotes from Shams, man. But I appreciate you, man.
You too, brother.
All right, man. Big time salute. All right, that was Yuri calling in. I'm glad he segued to Trae Young, because that was going to be that's the second topic that I want to touch on. I did a short earlier today breaking down ways that this Trae Young deal indirectly or directly impacts us. One thing I'm going to say about this Trae Young deal, I said it on a call-up show. I said, yo, Atlanta needs to trade Trae Young. The first time we played the Hawks and we smacked them, I felt like Trae Young was purposeless out there. They running the offense through Jalen Johnson. Salute to my dude, Blue Devil. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but I rock with Duke. That man, he didn't play like that in college. He might have did that in high school. He did not play like that in college. I didn't know he was going to be this good. He's basically a 6'9" Trae Young. And everything just flows through him. He's kind of like a Cade Cunningham on the low. I'm not saying he's as good as Cade Cunningham, but them numbers he putting up, damn. And so we know, surface level conversation is the pick, right? We got the Washington's pick is 8th. Its pick is number 8 protected. So if they fall within the 8th pick, anywhere between 1 and 8, they'll keep the pick. So we know that, right? We know that hopefully, but the news came out today, and I'm mad I don't got the source for that, but the news came out today that the Wizards may not even play Trae Young for the rest of the year. He might just sit out because they are trying to purposely take. Now, NBA, y'all got to do something about this. First off, the trade is a cheat code, and I'm a parallel this trade to Giannis a little bit later. We will talk about Giannis, but Corey Kispert, no offense, talented young player. Corey Kispert, okay, cool. CJ McCollum, we seen his better days, though he was putting in work for the Wizards. I watched the Wizards a little bit. He was definitely putting in work for the Wizards on the low. But that's it? No picks? But when you do a trade for a star player, it has to be fair. You have to butcher your whole team. Most times stars are traded, teams are not butchered. That's cap. That's not true. There's nothing. Listen, you want fair? Go to the carnival. There's no such thing as fair. You are what you're going to be traded for. That's it. Whether you think it's fair or not doesn't matter. This is the politics and business of basketball. Atlanta felt like Corey Kispert and McCollum. I'm not sure what McCollum's contract situation is. I'm pretty sure that has something to play with it. They did not want to pay Trae Young, right? So what do? You get rid of him. They wanted Kispert back because that was what the rumors was. And now we're dealing with a Hawks team that is 2-8 without Trae Young. They're above 500 without Trae Young in the lineup. Formidable opponent when he's not there. Now they get 2 players, solid players to complement Jalen Johnson, and they're going to be better. So now how this impacts us, you're going to have a better Hawks team because they were better without Trae Young. They're better defensively. They lose out on that liability because Trae Young is a liability on defense, right? Yes, he passes the ball, but he is ball dominant and he has the ball a lot in his hands. They rather put it in Jalen Johnson's hands, and because Jalen Johnson is a more willing passer than Trae Young. And it's not just about the assists, it's about the shot attempts. He's way more, I said this, he's way more efficient than Trae Young from 3 and from 2. It just makes a whole lot of sense for what Atlanta's trying to do. Now, I was surprised that they didn't want somebody to replace him in terms of jersey sales, right? Because Trae Young is somebody who, he moves the dial. He definitely moves the dial in terms of big ticket. He's a big ticket item, right? He's an all-star. He took them to an Eastern Conference player. He has that notoriety because Atlanta, and hopefully JJPNYC calls up, because Atlanta, he's from down there. They're not really hardcore Hawk fans, right? They're really casual. They go to the game to stunt and show off. they're not really there for the Hawks like that, right? So yeah, I'm thinking that, you know, Atlanta becomes a monster, or more, not a monster. They become better, and I don't be surprised they get into that. Hold on, let's pull up because I don't really remember where they are. Let me get the research mode popping, man. But definitely hit that like button on the way in. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. Okay, we're gonna get to all of this good stuff on the screen here. Let me pull up the standings because I don't really remember where the hell Atlanta is. I don't think they're 500. Okay, yeah, they're 18-21. So they were 2-8 with Trae Young. So that means that they were 16-13 without Trae Young. Way different. So right now they battling for that 9th, 10th spot. If we get that first seed, they get that 8th seed, that's a potential matchup. And of course, we wanted Trae Young to play for the Wizards so that way they could win some games. I was going to ask a funny question. If you guys call up the 646-995-8389, I want to know, would you guys throw some games to the Washington way so so we could get that pick? We know this is a strong draft, but honestly, I hope the NBA, shades tankers, because if they do that, then we get the pick. Like, oh, we're going to give y'all the 9th pick. Y'all tanked. Yeah, we're going to give y'all the 9th pick. Oh, it goes to the Knicks. I would love that, NBA. Please. Please, NBA. We can't get Giannis. Could we at least get the 9th pick? We do got a caller. Hello, caller. State your name, where you calling from.
Hey, Karan, this is Fritz.
Hey, salute, Fritz, man. Great to have you on the line. I saw you was live, too.
Yeah,
Right
I was
before
live.
this, right?
Actually, I was talking about the pick situation.
Nice. Yeah, so go ahead. You want to talk about the Trae Young with Washington? Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah, they really don't want to give up that pick, even though they made that trade.
Yeah.
I think there is a solution there between the Knicks and the Wizards. That's not the only pick they have this year. So
Okay.
they do have OKC's pick. So we know OKC's pick is going to be 30.
Right.
I mean, I would, if they want to take risk off the table, give me OKC at 30 and give me a second in a random year.
Ooh, I like that.
And that's something
I
for Aller
like
to
that.
play with. The Knicks would go into the summer with 2 first-round picks and access to 2 more first-round picks.
Right.
So I mean, I think that would be that's not a huge price for them to pay.
No.
And I think it's pretty fair. Because just the way that the numbers work, it isn't if they get the 8th worst record.
Right.
They can be in the 5th position, and technically, there's a small chance they go down 4 spots.
Right. Exactly.
So if you want to take risk off the table, just give me OKC's pick.
Right.
Give me a second in a different year.
That's it.
And call it a day.
Call it a day. I like it. That's actually crafty because there are teams that want first-round picks. So if you get that pick, you might could flip that for something else that you may want in the future.
You may be able to pick. You may be able to flip that right now.
Right. Or right now. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love it, man. I love it. That's fire. Do you think Trae Young is gonna stay in Washington? Do you think there's just a landing spot, a soft landing spot for him?
No, it's a good matchup. Like they had like $100 million cap space this summer.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't going to spend that money.
Right.
And then basically they had a whole bunch of cap space. You could put Trae Young there. They have all these young kids. None of the kids like really popped out like to be the alpha. Like, hey, this is the guy we got our 1 star. You didn't have your 1 star yet.
Okay.
So it's something for them to rally around. Could he? And we know how he did with Clint Capella, and he made Clint Capella like a 20-10 player. Can he push Sarr? Can he make Sarr a 25-point per game player?
Possibly, yeah.
And just take it from there and see it.
Yeah.
Take a year and see where you want to extend him, if you want to extend him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got the. See, I know the money's not an issue. It's just, is it a situation where he feels like Washington is dumb enough to take a guy who's not committed, and then boop, I break out. Now I'm in LA, or now I'm in, stranger things have happened. We seen Carlos Boozer some years ago do some wild stuff. So okay.
Yeah,
Good
but
stuff.
I really Trey. I know a lot of people like they dog Trae Young, but you're talking about a kid who's led the league in scoring. He led the league in assists. Like, stop talking bad about Trae Young. Like, he's a hell of a player. Didn't fit what they were doing.
Right. Hell of a player. A threat. You don't want to see him. You don't want to see him.
He should have seen the writing on the wall last year. As soon as they didn't bring back as soon as they traded what's his name to New Orleans, it stopped being about Trae Young.
Poole. No, you mean Murray? You talking about Atlanta Murray?
When they traded Murray,
yeah,
and then Dyson Daniels stepped up,
yeah,
it stopped being about Trae Young.
100%.
So,
Fritz, man, I appreciate you, man. Any other words you want to share with the people? Let them know about the NBA economy as well.
Yeah, NBA economy show. I talk a little bit more in depth about the pick, in that kind of scenario. Also going live a lot more times because I'm home now.
Okay.
But yeah, me and Karan gotta get up, man.
Hey, I'm here, bro.
We gotta talk here. We gotta collab.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow if you're not busy. I hit you up tomorrow.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, we're going politics.
Hit the like button, subscribe. All right.
All right, man.
Y'all have a good evening. I'm looking forward to what's left in the show.
Yes, I'm getting to Giannis. Oh yeah, I'm getting there. Oh boy. All right, all right, Fritz.
All right.
Big time salute. That's my man Fritz, the NBA economy. Me and him, we definitely gonna do something together. I love Fritz because he always gives me a nugget because that idea he just had. I got a topic tomorrow for the morning show, Maxine, that he just gave me a nugget that I'm gonna add to that topic. Cause that trade that he just said, fire. Trade for Washington last pick. I like that. Get that Kings pick. Bro. I mean, I'm not the Kings pick. Get the OKC pick. I like that, man. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. If I miss your call, I will call you back because more than likely I'm cooking. Maxine, I hope you don't mind, but I want to go to topic 4 before I get to topic 3 because topic 3 I think is a little bit more fire. So Maxine, do I have your permission as the executive? Because this is your show. I'm just the voice in the vessel. Okay. So before I go to my 4th topic, right? I do got to play this commercial. Okay.
Real question. Do you actually know basketball or do you just watch it? Because most fans watch games and talk, but they're not breaking anything down. No tracking, no documentation, no real analysis, just reactions and baseless opinions. 82 Nights changes that though. Over 200 pages to analyze what you're watching, track rotations, break down patterns, highlight players, take actual notes. That's how you go from someone who watches to someone who knows. That's how your basketball IQ levels up. Link in chat, hardcover or soft, stop guessing, start documenting today.
Go get yours right now. Linktree/The Objective Fan. Salute to Maxine for the commercial. The official basketball intelligence system. 82 Nights. It's how I know what I know. I'm watching the Phoenix Suns. I'm doing my scouting report. I'm like, who's this Gillespie kid? Who's this Fleming kid? Guess what I did? I went to my official intelligent basketball system. added their names to my player to watch section. Fire. Definitely go check out the link tree. Also, when you go to Linktree, Maxine, like Maxine posted this in the chat. If you do have a message that you would like me to respond to on air, you could go to the Linktree, right? Linktree / The Objective Fan, send a super chat, and I will respond to your message. Salute to everybody who supports. Salute to all the channel members in the building, man. I see my man BS10258 in the building. I see FS Wisdom. Big time salute to everybody in the building, man. I do appreciate the support. So I'm gonna go to topic 4. I'm definitely gonna go to topic 4 because topic 3 is it's interesting. I'm just gonna say that. Because sometimes like fans, like I'm all over the place, so I see what Knicks fans are saying everywhere, and I kind of get why Knicks fans feel the way they do at times. But really quick, I'm going to into topic 4. I'm going to go into research mode for this topic. So because honestly, this topic here, it's really interesting, our team. Because I hinted towards this earlier with the Yabu topic, right? Tosan, don't ask me to say his last name. He's 6'8", he can play defense. Never got the opportunity. He didn't get the opportunity in Brooklyn. I think he was with Detroit. He was all over the place. The brother went to Princeton, right? He's from the UK, I think. And this guy never got his fair shake. The scouting report on him is he's a good defender who could pass. My thing is he's 6'8". He can knock it down the three ball a little bit. I'm not saying he's a dead-eye three-point shooter. But this kid, he was on the 2A contract. Yesterday was the deadline for contracts that were not guaranteed. Unfortunately, he didn't make the cut. Jamison made the cut. Salute to Jamison. He also was taking a picture with some celebrity. I'm not the biggest celebrity guy where I know everybody's names, but Mitchell Robinson and Deuce and Josh Hart took a picture with somebody on the sideline, and he was very happy. He had a big smile on his face that he made the cut. And, of course, Kevin McCullough Jr. also made the cut. Ariel, we're going to get to him in a second. He also made the cut. But my question is, like, are we making a mistake by not pouring into at least one 6'8" guy? Every single 6'8" guy we got, there's a reason why we don't rock with them. Yabusele, he don't play no defense. He looked like Yabba Dabba Doodoo. That wasn't me. That was you. I didn't come up with that name. Y'all came up with that name. All right? That wasn't me. What did Shaggy say? It wasn't me. Y'all said that. Pacone Daddy, he's soft. He French. He don't know. He's soft. He don't do this. He don't do that. Right? Every 6'8" dude we got. Mo Diawara got a little light. He got a little light. But he ain't make he started 4 games and you never see him again. He's playing in 2-minute defense assignments. Offense defense assignment. That's it. In the quarters. He ain't getting no run. Everybody's 6'8" and over on this team. I swear to you. Besides Mitchell Robinson. All of these guys are just they're not regarded highly. So we got another 6'8" guy gone. What are we going to replace him with? Another 6'3" guard? We're going to get somebody 6'3". Then I see the rumors for Jose Alvarado. Why? What, you going to trade? Okay, you're going to trade Yabu for Alvarado. So what, you're going to have Alvarado, Kolick, Clarkson. What are we doing? Are we going to at least trade somebody 6'4" and under? Are we going to part ways with somebody 6'4" and under? If you're going to tell me, okay, I'm going to get a better 6'4" and under, and I'm going to trade 2 of these guys, all right, I'm for it. But don't tell me I'm going to trade Yabu Dabu. Let me not say that, because that's not my word. I'm sorry. Don't tell me you're going to trade Yabusele for a guard. Doesn't make any sense to me. I do got a call. Let me get to this call. This might be a good one. Depending, I don't know what angle he's coming with. This is my guy. This is my guy. We got to see where he's coming with. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. JJ, talk
Yo.
to me, man. Talk to me, man. What are we talking about tonight?
What up, man?
Where
Listen,
we
yeah,
going?
so I gotta talk about the Giannis thing for a
I
second.
knew it. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm kind of tight, man, because I don't know if I believe him or not. I don't know why you would want to stay there. It's over for that team. Clearly, there's no moves they can make to really get that much better, and I don't trust anybody but Brunson offensively. You're telling me you trust OG in the playoffs? No handle. I don't trust Cat. I don't trust Bridges. It's going to be Brunson creating for himself, and nobody else can do it. This is still a big issue. Huge issue.
Oh my God, JJ. Yo, if there's someone could speak your thoughts, you just did it. Because I asked Yuri a question in the Discord. Because he's like, yes, we can stop talking about Giannis. I'm like, huh?
What?
Like, what? So I asked him, I said, so do you honestly believe that we are the favorites to win a championship? What's that? Like, hell no. So if the answer is no, why would you be happy to not get a guy that would definitely make us a favorite to win? If we got Giannis, we would be the favorites to win the championship. Old media would be going crazy.
Oh, yeah. Facts.
Crazy.
This team is not making it out of the East. This team is not making it out of the East.
Damn, JJ, that's tough, man.
We're not. There's nobody you can rely on outside of Brunson. That's it. That's it. Straight up.
Wow. So where do we pivot? Like if we have to pivot, because I'm gonna get into Giannis. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna dig a very very deep.
You're
I'm gonna go deep into that.
Distant. You're kind of distant. Like it sounds
I'm distant?
like. Yeah, you sound like kind of low and distant a little bit.
Yeah, I know what that is. I sound better
there
now,
you
right?
Go. Perfect.
So I was
Perfect.
asking, right? Even though I'm gonna get into the Giannis discussion, right? And it's looking like we don't have a shot to get him. So based on the fact that you say you don't trust the roster, what is something that we could do to enhance the roster?
That's a good question. Boy, I really don't know. I really don't know who's out there, man. You know, I'm seeing Anthony Davis, but you know.
Oh God.
I know the Hawks are. I know the Hawks are going hard after him.
Oh God.
But, yeah. So.
Well, you know what? To be honest, they got somebody that makes sense to trade for AD. If they could get rid of KP, it makes sense to me.
I think that's why they got McCollum, because he's got that expiring contract.
Bingo.
Yeah. So. Yeah, they could definitely get him. You give up a young player, maybe how do you say it, the French kid? I always butcher his name.
Oh, nah, they're not gonna give him up. Ricochet, nah, they're not giving him. Hell no, that kid.
He hasn't
let me
been
tell you
that
something.
good though. He hasn't really been that great so far.
I'm not saying. All right, I'm not saying he's a superstar.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. But
right,
he could shoot the three ball. He's not a slouch on defense, and he has good athleticism. I'm gonna bet on a guy like that.
I'm with you.
Not that he's a super. I'm not saying he's all of that. Like he's that nice, but he's not. He's not Pacon Dadier. He's better than Pacon Dadier.
Yeah, for sure.
Trust me. I watched the French. What's that? The Euro basket. This kid, it was the best player on the team. They had him coming off the bench. Don't ask me to make sense of that. Don't ask me to make sense of that. What he was doing in the French league, I was like, okay. I'm not the French. The Euro basket. I was like, oh man. So yeah.
Yeah, so listen, people that don't want Giannis, you're just in denial. If you think we're winning the chip with OG and Macau, you're out your mind.
Wow.
You know, you're out your mind. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are not reliable players. I'm sorry, but people need to hear it. They're not reliable. You know.
Yeah, man. I want to argue against you with that, but this is what I always say, right? Your resume. What have you done? Like, if you think we good enough to win why do you really think that? None of these guys have done it. When OG won the championship, he didn't even play in the finals.
Well, where was OG in the playoffs? I'm gonna say it again. OG averaged 11 points and 2 rebounds in the playoffs last year.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so this is the guy that we can't give up for the best player in the league. Come on, yo. What are we talking about here?
Bingo. Because if
What are we
Giannis came to New
talking about?
York, he would be the best player in the league. Trust
Come
me.
on, man. These people, I don't know.
Trust
Like,
me.
did this team win us a chip? Like, we can't trade OG. We can't trade Birch. Stop the nonsense, yo. Stop the nonsense.
Facts.
Please.
And none of these guys have been here past 2 years.
Yeah, what's the attachment? Like,
They all been here 2 years. They haven't even been here 2 years.
I'm attached to nobody. I'm attached to the front. That's it. Anyone can
That's
go.
it.
That's it,
100%. 100%,
You
man. But JJ, any final words, man? I knew you was gonna call with the fire. I knew it.
man.
Hold on. I'm gonna get one more. Hold on. I'm gonna let you get one more because we have an interesting clip out there about the Atlanta Hawks. How do you feel about the Atlanta Hawks right now? I just did a nice little short thoughts on the Atlanta Hawks. Because you said they were the biggest threat.
I did. Right now, I'm holding the L. I'll hold the L, but I still think they're going to be really good. I still think playoff time, I think they're going to be good. They got rid of Trae Young.
No. You're not holding the L. I think this is going to be better for the Hawks. I think they're going to be better.
For sure.
I think the Hawks are going to be a problem.
If you got a front line of Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Okongwu, and Anthony Davis, I know it's a huge if, but if he's healthy, that's just. I mean, I don't want to face that. Do you?
That's not a slouch.
Hell no, absolutely not. I think they're gonna get him. I think they're getting AD.
Oh yeah, they're getting him.
AD.
Yeah. They got the pieces to get him.
Yeah, they could be tough, man. Straight up. You know.
100%.
You know. So
but I appreciate you, JJ.
But real quick, until we get another ball handler, someone else that could create, score for themselves, we're not making it out the East.
Wow. So you don't believe in Tyler Kolek?
In terms of what? Like helping us in the playoffs? Nah. I mean, like,
I agree.
Nah.
I agree. I agree. But all right, JJ, I got another call, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, man. Peace.
Big time salute.
All right, man.
Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
It's LB coming from Queens.
LB, what's going on, brother?
What's good?
Not much, man. Just here. We got a whole bunch of topics tonight. We talking about Giannis. I didn't get to Giannis yet. I'm getting ready to. I'm going to go deep. I'm going to go crazy on that Giannis topic. But we talk about Trae Young. You know, not Pacome Dottie. Oh my God. Yabusele and Tosan. What do you want to talk? Where do you want to go tonight, sir?
Well, I'm going to get to Giannis, but it's going to tie in with what I got to say about Trae Young now. With the whole, what you was asking us earlier, like, no, we should not let them beat us in any games and get there. No, let other teams do that for us.
Okay. I was joking. That was it.
Like, we haven't lost to the Wizards since when? Like, I don't even remember.
Maybe not in like a decade or so.
Yeah, like.
Right.
Yeah, they got like a little nice team over there. They pretty much got Trae Young for free. So.
For free, right? But you know, they say that you got to trade your whole team for star players. Like people really believe, they really think that.
When I sat there and thought about that trade last night, when I saw the full details, I said, "Let me get this straight. The Lakers could get Luka for damn near free. Atlanta got it. I mean, Wizards got Trae Young for free. But why we can't get Giannis for a chopped cheese?"
Oh yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there tonight. Trust me. Yes, you're right.
Man, we'll give y'all a chopped cheese the Aki way, bro. Like,
y'all don't know what the hell y'all doing anyway.
Like, come on, man. Like, what are y'all?
They traded for Dame Lillard. They got rid of Drew Holiday. The reason why they won the championship. They don't know what the hell they doing. Come on, dog.
Talking about Zach LaVine, AD, and who was the other person they had?
I don't know, but somebody else that ain't doing nothing.
It was Anthony Davis, Zach LaVine. It was somebody else. I can't remember who they said. I was like, come on, man.
Probably DeRozan or somebody like.
Was it not? It's gonna come to me later. I can't remember who that third person was. I was like, are y'all kidding me? Are y'all serious, bro?
Right. Nah, bro, man, you hitting it on the nail, man. Sometimes like with fans, I don't understand, especially Knicks fans. I don't understand what they don't see in certain moves or certain things. Like, just certain things just don't make sense, and certain things make sense, right? But you will have people that will go against the grain. They will go against the grain. And you know what I think too, and I'm gonna touch on this later. It's like in New York City, we're so used to not having stars and the third best player and the fourth best player and the fifth best player. It's like we don't want the star player. Like, we don't believe that we're capable of getting the best player in the league. I truly believe that.
We are, but the NBA always does us dirty. Like, we always getting fleeced. So I think that's why people don't like. They get flashbacks of the Carmelo Anthony trade. Which, by the way, I looked back at that trade recently.
Okay.
Man, no players wasn't nothing, bro.
Thank you. That's up. Timothy Mozgov. Get out of here. Timothy Mozgov. Stop.
Like,
please.
I get it. We could have flipped those players for draft picks, but I think that's the way people are looking at it. I hope that's the way, because that's the only way I'm looking at it. But other than that, it's like we didn't really give up anything.
And the NBA has changed since then. You know, like, you got Apron now. It's way different. Like, it's the way the money works. It's a whole different league. So, you know, back in those days, you get a bunch of guys making that money. But nowadays, you got guys making $20-25 million. Backup guys making $25 million. So you can't even throw 4 players for one guy today. You can't throw OG Anunoby, Bridges, and you know how much money that is?
Exactly. They'll be done.
You can't do that for a deal.
That's why I'm feeling like. That's why I prefer Giannis to do all that running around, capping, and all that stuff he's doing, because the longer he does it, the closer he gets to his free agency.
Bingo.
Where it's just I liked how he lied today. I'm
going to point out everything that is suspect, bro. And salute to the brother. I'm going to get to the brother's name that interviewed him. I like the way he asked him questions. I can't remember the guy's name from The Athletic. Great job interviewing Giannis. No. This is for The Athletic. I think it's Sam Amick. Okay. I'll get the right name. But he did a great job today. If it wasn't today, it was yesterday. But whatever day it was, he did a great job.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Like, I'm glad. I'm glad that he. Like, I felt like he did that to get the media off his back. So, like,
right.
Okay, y'all can make y'all trades now. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
I was like the first one to go. So it was like, y'all can do your trades. Y'all don't have to save up for me. Like,
exactly.
Just chilling in the back, like, get them off your back, and then we just sitting in the cut.
Yep. We come in back door. Oh. Yeah, exactly, man.
Like,
exactly, brother. So any final words you want to say on the way out, brother?
Other than that, it's what I was about to say. It was something about I can't remember what I was about to say. With Yabusele.
Okay.
I understand that people's like, that was just a rumor with Jose Alvarado. Even though I do want him on this team, because like, I like Tyler, but I also want like an experienced vet, and he's from here, so he knows the assignment. So it's like you get that extra boost because he's playing and he's from here, so he knows what it is to be a Knicks. So
exactly
that. But I do get that we do need like a wing,
right?
But Yabu's value, like, can that? Because I started to think about that. Like, would they give us Sadiq Bey?
Hell no, not. For Yabu, I mean, if they do that, I swear to God, if the Pelicans do that, that's the biggest fleece of the year, bro. The biggest fleece since Luka. If they give us Sadiq Bey straight up for Yabu, that's the Leon Rose is the GM of the year.
Straight up though, I think it'll be like him and Pacone.
Even if it's him and Pacone, that's the biggest fleece in the world, man. But I gotta go, brother. I appreciate the call, man. Great call. All right, man. Salute. All right. Great call, man. Keep the calls coming. If I miss your call, I got another good call coming. But I want to jump into the next topic before I take this next call. Mike, hold on. I'm gonna get to you. This is gonna be a good call. This is gonna be a good call. But before I get to the call, I gotta get to my fourth point. We gotta talk a little bit about Towns and Brunson. All right, because salute to my man Yuri, he called up and he was like, "How? Oh, people were speculating that Towns threw a shot at Jalen Brunson," and I'm like, "Threw a shot at Jalen Brunson? How he throw a shot at Jalen Brunson? I didn't hear that in the post game interview." So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go listen to the post game interview, but I'm gonna show you something before we get there though. So let me see if I got it on the screen. No, I'm gonna pull it up. Give me 2 seconds. So before I get to the point, I just want to show you something that kind of made me. It kind of makes sense that there may be some beef, right? Or they may not beef, but there may be some dissatisfaction. I'll say it like that. Dissatisfaction. I saw this. No, not this. Hold on. Let me see if I could find it. Man, don't tell me I don't got it. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna flip it like this because I don't got the article. But I'm gonna go back to the game that we lost, the last loss we had against the Pistons, right? And it was a Hoops Hype article that was talking about, or quote that said that Jalen Brunson took more shots than the entire starting lineup combined, or the same amount of shots as the rest of the starting lineup combined. And that because of this, because Towns is not getting his touches, that he may have some issues with Jalen Brunson. But I'm going to show you the footage, though. All right, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to play as much as I can, right? And then we're going to go from there. So let me pull up the, hold on, my bad. Where did I put the video? Okay. Let's see. In the meantime, definitely continue to hit that like button. Did I close out the video? The world? I'm going to get it 2 seconds. But could y'all believe that? Jalen Brunson took just as many shots as the rest of the starting lineup against the Pistons. So they were, speculating that there could be some issues there because of that. Okay, here we go. So this is the post-game show, right? So one of the things I'm noticing, or the post-game interview, I'm noticing like his body language is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, because Han is looking in his face, but he's looking away. It's a little weird. It's like he don't want to be there a little bit. Hold on. Can y'all hear it? Hold on, let me make sure y'all can hear it. Hold on. Can y'all hear it? Let's go back. Nah, you can't hear it. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. All right. Wow. I'm gonna get it. Hold on. Let me just. Oh, that tweet didn't work. Man, hold on. I gotta get home. I gotta play this. I can't talk it. I gotta play this. Hold on. I'm gonna work on this behind the scenes. But y'all gotta hear this to tell me if I'm tripping. But I did see the Hoops Hype come out that he took as many shots as the entire starting lineup, right? More than double what OG and Towns shot combined. So you take double their shots. Brunson took more than that. So people were assuming that there may be trouble in paradise when it comes to Bodega Cat and Captain. So give me 2 seconds. I don't know why this is not playing. So I'm just going to add it back on the back end. Make sure this works right. But continue to smash that like button, right? And subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. All right, hold on. Let me do that again. Window capture. Pow. Because y'all got to hear this. Y'all definitely got to hear this. All right, I'm going to have to add a whole new one. But because when I'm not going to lie, when I first heard it, I was like, man, nah, they capping. Nah, there's no way these guys have beef. But, player only discussion, right? Not meeting. I talked about it on the last show. The reason why I was stressing the whole players only meeting thing versus, discussion is because when you have a players only meeting, it's usually a real negative connotation. And I didn't want to give my guys that, that strike, because I know how media is, and there's always tactics to divide the team. So I don't want to partake in that. You feel me? I don't want to partake in that. Wow, this is not playing. This is really weird. I don't know why it's not playing. Let me try it like this. Let's see. Try it like this. Nah, can't get the sound. Because I hear it on my end. I just can't get it to play. It's really weird. It was working earlier. Man. I don't know, y'all. I might have to tell y'all what he said on the video. Okay, my producer's telling me to move on. Kind of mad about that. But, I could play it. Hold on. So what I'll do is I'm going to play it on my end, and I'm just going to just tell you what he said. All right? So you see how his energy is kind of different. Like, he's looking away and answering the question. Then he turns back. And at first when I saw this, I was thinking that, maybe he's just his own tough critic. So now he's looking in his face. So Alan Howe's asking him, what was the adjustment for you going into this game? What was something that you had to do, right? So then he said, to start, I had to shoot more than 4 shots. So, and he said, I think I did that tonight. So that was a good start. So because Brunson took all the shots and those guys wasn't getting shots, people felt like that was a shot to Brunson. What say you? I'm sorry I couldn't play it. I don't know why. It was working all day when I tested it, but for some reason it's not working now. I don't know. Hold on. Don't know what's going on. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right, exit studio mode. Oh, you guys can hear me? Okay. Perfect. Yeah, my screen kind of froze on me. Yeah, I'm trying to get my screen back. Hold on 2 seconds, y'all. Because I don't see nothing on my screen. Let me close this out. All right, yeah, I'm back. I think I'm back. Okay, cool. So yeah, call up. Oh, no, I do got a call. Hold on. Before I move on to the next topic, I got to take this next call. Hopefully he answers. But I want to know what y'all think about that Towns and Brunson thing. Please let me know. Hello, caller. Let the people know what's your name, where you calling from, man.
What's good, man? It's Mike from Harlem, the PA.
Harlem, the PA in the house, man. Yo, man, what's going on? Where you want to go? I mean, it's a lot to talk about.
I kind of want to touch on what you just spoke about, man.
Okay, let's go. Towns and Brunson, let's go. What say you?
So, I definitely think something's going on. Like, I don't think people are wrong to think something, is going on. I think it's pretty obvious, the body language stuff, Cat, some of the things Cat has been saying. Not only has he said recently, but from the beginning of the season, the start of the season, He has, shared the same sentiment. So my thing is, though, I don't know if it's necessarily with Brunson. Like, people are forgetting. I think he might be throwing a shot at Mike Brown.
Exactly. Yep.
You know
I'm
what saying?
glad you went there. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. They kind of like, people kind of like, because he said some of the same things that he said at the beginning of the season. He don't know what his role is necessarily. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's still trying to find himself, find his game, and change his game. He has a difficult task. So maybe Brown is pressuring him to take on a role that he's not really fond of. And
Facts.
it's showing in his game. There's a lot of lack. That Detroit game, that was pure lack of effort, man.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? That's just what this is what it is. So maybe he's, he's not mature yet. A lot of these guys, they grew up, living a good life, things handed to them, and they live in life in easy mode. So when they don't get what they want, they do stuff like that, you know what I mean, to make a statement.
Right.
And yeah, man, I don't like the guy's attitude. I don't like his game. I don't, on paper you would think Cat's game works well with our team, but I don't know, man. The more that I watch him play, the more overhyped I think he is. You know what I mean? He really don't got a game like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So do you think that he and Brunson, even though they may not have beef, but do you think that they are not capable of working together in a championship team being the number 1 and 2 option?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I don't and I don't know who necessarily to put the blame on either, man, because Cat is not necessarily somebody who knows how to set a screen. So are we gonna say, a lot of people go to Brunson's not willing to pass. Well, in order for the pick and roll to work, you need to learn how to set a screen.
Yo, 100%, bro, without fouling, bro. Because I'm like, I want them to play the 2-man game, but damn, is he going to get fouled out in the first half?
Facts. You need to be in the game for it to work.
Right. Damn. Ooh, that's tough, man. That's tough. Man. A lot of people ain't going to want to hear that.
Yeah, a lot of people may not like that, but it's the guy's honest truth, man. And the guy, he's unwilling to change. I was saying Brunson is an unwilling passer. He has all right to be.
Right.
These guys, I saw people blowing layups.
Yo. But then, hold on, how about this, Mike? When they don't go nowhere, they give it back to him.
Bro, oh my gosh.
Yeah, he gives the ball up, and then here, you take it.
Yep, they play hot potato.
Hot potato.
And then everybody just stares at Brunson, passes him the ball, and stares at Brunson.
And stares.
So they stare at him. And he has no choice but to take over the game.
Right.
Shoot just as many shots as all the starters combined.
Right.
There's no choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And JJ, I just want to speak on what JJ said.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, man, I hate to hear it, but spot on. When I see OG make a shot, it's almost like he's making it by mistake.
Damn. He said by mistake.
For real, unless it's a spot up 3-point shot, which he's been getting better. I don't know, it's been shaky these last couple of games, but he's gotten a lot better. But him driving to the lane, him doing the turnaround mid-range, even though he makes it more times than not, I'm like, man, it looked like he's not supposed to make it. Damn. The way he's shooting it, it looked like he's not supposed to make it. Then Mikal is just, I don't know, man. He just I don't know what has to drive him to become aggressive every night, but bro, you got to get to the line, shoot your shots. Maybe he's unable to because he's unable to create off the dribble, and he's dependent on cutting to the basket, fast break points, stuff like that. Maybe that's why he's not. I don't know, man. It's very matchup dependent with a lot of these players, Cat especially.
Wow.
That's not going to get you far in the playoffs.
Damn, man, you hit it on the head, man. Final words for the people. Oh, was you able to send that to Jay?
Yeah. It got sent out. So
Perfect.
Jay, you should be expecting the mail within the next coming week.
No doubt. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for that as well, man.
Yeah, no,
definitely
no doubt,
appreciate
man.
that.
Appreciate you taking my call, man.
All right, man. Salute. All right. That's my man Mike from Harlem, the PA. Mixtape Madness Discord server. Man, oh man, crazy. Hey y'all, let me see. Maxine telling me to. Oh, y'all bugging up that last call. I told y'all this call was gonna be good. Don't I tell y'all when the good calls are gonna be coming, man? Oh man, yeah, that OG. Yo, I don't listen. I like OG, right? I like him a lot, but it's hard to argue for him because OG is not a consistent 18. Like one night he'll have 30, the next night he'll have 5. Facts. And no one rarely calls, out of all of the starters, he gets the least heat. If he has a 2-point game, no one says nothing. But everybody else get more heat than OG. I wonder why that is. But I think that we could get to the finals. I still, even though Detroit and the Sixers kind of rocked my thoughts a little bit with the with the way we looked against them, but I still think we could. But in terms of that, the question that I asked Yuri earlier, I don't think that we're good enough to win the championship or the favorites to win the championship. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yo, what's up, man? It's Joe from Atlantic City.
Hey, Joe. How's it going, man? I remember long time no hear from, man. How you feeling, brother?
Pretty good, man. Yo, I'm sorry about last time. I had a little mix-up with my phone signal, so.
Right, yeah, you sound a lot better tonight, man. So, this is a new show, Knicks Nocturnal. We got a lot of topics, brother. Which direction do you want to go in?
Well, I mean, we could talk about anything. At first, I want to talk about Mikal Bridges and say that, man, I trade him for a ham sandwich at this point, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on with this guy.
You said a ham sandwich? Oh,
dude,
my God.
This guy, like, we need him scoring 20, 25 points a night, and he's giving me, like, 10. It's like, dude, I know you give me, like, 2 steals a game or whatever, but I don't know, man. It's hard for me to, like, bash on Mikal because sometimes he's really good, and then sometimes he just misses everything, so.
Yeah. You know what it is, too? Man. He settled into his role being the 4th option. Yeah. And I don't like that. Like you said, you need somebody that's going to be aggressive and try to get 20. At least try to get it, right? You may not get it every night, but try to get it. It just looks like sometimes he's out there running, playing defense, go to the corner, and wait.
Yeah, like the last caller said, everybody's just staring at Brunson, and he's right. Like, Mikal does that too. He just stands there and watches, gives it back to Brunson, playing hot potato. It's like, yo, you guys need to cut to the basket, make some plays. Like, I don't know if they need to start calling out numbers, like, or calling out letters. Like, the first letter is the player that they're going to pass it to. Like if they call out Omaha, they're going to OG or something. Like, they got to do something, dude. Like, I need some play action. Give me some play action, please. Like, I'm begging for some good basketball. And, not for nothing. Sometimes they do it, though. Sometimes, like, one play out of like 20. Like, 1 out of 20 plays, they'll give me some play action. And I'm like, yo, this is some good basketball. Like, good job, guys.
Right.
No,
they have their moments. We're not saying that they're bad players. We're saying that we expect more out of these guys because a lot of us have high expectations, and these guys show it. They show it to us. Like, we seen Mikal drop 40 like it was nothing.
Yeah.
We seen it, and so, but to bring it back to Brunson and Towns, do you think that there's some issues there, whether or not they have problems, but it could also be with their way they, maybe they're just not compatible enough for us to have the success that we want. What do you say about that?
Well, I think Brunson should be getting a lot of the shots, but at the same time, it's like it's a team effort, man. Like everyone's got to stop staring, like sitting around and watching. You know, everybody's staring at the ball, and Brunson's the only one that's getting it at the end of the day, trying to make something happen, and he's got 4 seconds on the shot clock to do it.
Exactly.
It's like, yo, like with Cat needs to be like the only thing I'm seeing Cat do right now. He gets the ball at the 3-point line, he does a shot fake, and he drives. Like, that's, like, his thing that he loves to do. Like, shot fake on the 3-point line and then drive.
And drive, yeah.
Yeah. He does that all the time. It's so predictable. It's like, yo, we got to do something else. Like, what else can we do besides give the ball to Cat at the 3 and him, you know. It's the same thing over and over again. I want to see some pick and rolls. Like, set your feet. Don't draw the foul. Pick and roll. Pass it out to the 3-point line. Like, spray the ball. Like, we need some shot sprays.
Last month, like back in November, right? Early in the season, there was a metric that came out. I can't remember the company, but they said the Knicks had the most efficient pick and roll attack with Towns and Brunson. And then you've never seen it since. It just disappeared from it. You've never seen it since.
That's Mike Brown right there, to be honest with you.
Oh.
And to be honest, I haven't seen good rotations from Mike Brown lately. Like, I'm seeing Kevin McCullough getting in the game, and, like, I mean, he's good. Like, don't get me wrong. I like McCullough. I think he's a good player. But when you have your 5 All-Stars on your team and these guys are expecting more minutes and they're expecting more shots, you know, you can't be putting all these extra guys in, especially when it comes to the playoffs. Like, you know, the rotation is going to shorten up. And, I mean, like I said, these guys that Mike Brown's putting in, I like them. I'm not going to say I don't like. I like Kolek. I like McCullough. I mean, I don't like Yabusele. I'd be honest about that. But
so Yabusele out of here? He's out of here?
Yeah, Yabusele's got to go. I'm sorry.
He got to go?
Yeah. I didn't like when he didn't show up prepared for the beginning of the season. He was out of shape. I didn't like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, some players are going to do that, but whatever.
I agree. Any final words for the people, brother?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about OG a little bit. OG, I like OG, but sometimes he just seems so, like, unathletic and, like the last caller said, like, kind of clumsy. Like, when he does make shots, like, it almost does look like he wasn't really trying to make it. Like, it just looks weird sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been doing it for us lately. Like, he's supposed to be another one of our guys that are scoring, like, 20, 25 points for us, getting steals, like, playing good defense. Like, I don't know, man. I don't see the consistency with OG. Like, I know he's a good player, but when we're having these games against Detroit where we need people to score, like what's going on? Like, who's scoring for us? Like, another thing with these trade talks, like, we want to give up these guys like McBride that are scoring points for us. Like, we can't trade McBride. Like, he's giving us 16 points a game. Like, how are we going to get rid of McBride?
Can't get traded. And he's the only one guarding 94 feet as well.
Exactly. Like, we want to trade these players that are scoring for us. Like, I mean, I was one of the people that did say, like, oh, we can't trade Cat, OG, and Mikal for Giannis. That's stupid. But as of late, it's almost like we should have done that trade because the way that they're playing right now, they're not giving us points.
Yeah, but no worries. I'm gonna unpack that. I'm gonna go deep on that Giannis topic. I'm getting to that in a second. I know y'all been waiting for the I'm getting to that in a second, man.
Let me say this though before you let me go.
Okay.
I was definitely against it. I didn't want to trade for Giannis and trade up our pieces for it. But, you know, our guys, they got to step up and start scoring. That's all I got to say. Like, we got to stop being soft. We got to score the ball. Like, we got our all-stars on our team. We got our main 5 that's going to be scoring. Like, these guys need to step up and do their job. Like, at the end of the day, these guys are getting paid a lot of money. Score the ball.
Facts. I appreciate that, brother. I'm going to lock in your number. So next time you call, I know exactly who you are, brother.
All right, man. Yeah, Joe from Atlantic City. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. And, yo, shout out Fritz. Fritz is the man.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
We're going to collaborate very soon.
So. Yeah. Fritz is the man. All right, yo.
Salute.
Later.
All right. My man out of Atlantic City, man. Salute. I remember he called that time. Yeah. Definitely keep the calls coming, 646-995-83895. Salute to Maxine. I appreciate you. She's definitely working hard behind the scenes. This is her show. She's executive producing, so I got to support what she's saying in the chat. If you want to get your message read on the stream, you send a super chat to the Linktree /The Objective Fan. The link is in the chat. Link is in the description. Link is everywhere. Linktree /The Objective Fan. Get your message on the screen. Big time salute to all the members, the subscribers, everybody in the house right now. The calls are lit. Maxine, let me know. Should we? All right, let's do it. I'm gonna do the next topic. I was gonna skip it, but I'll touch on it lightly, because it's good news. So I want to touch on Ariel Hukporti, and the fact of the matter is that the Knicks they kept him around. He also, it was Judgment Day for him as well yesterday, and he made the cut. So the latest decision kept Ariel Hukporti on the team, and the Knicks made quietly the decision on Wednesday, guaranteeing the contract. Now, Landry Shamet as well, his contract was also guaranteed. He made the cut. A lot of concerns with his injury. But the reason why we're going to Ariel and why I want to talk about him is because I feel like with him making the team, and technically he's the third center in the depth chart. I know Jemison also made the cut. We talked a little bit about him earlier. But is he really going to be enough? Because I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I'm not wishing this happens. So first off, salute to Mitchell Robinson, right? I love Mitchell Robinson because he's a Knick, and I support every Knick. But I have no faith that he's going to be healthy, especially maybe even going into the playoffs. Is Ariel the guy you want to roll into the Pistons series with, and you feel comfortable knowing that he's going to be backing up Towns? Do you feel comfortable, realistically, in your heart, mind, body, and soul? You got a series against the Detroit Pistons. You got a series against the Orlando Magic with the Wagner brothers. They back the Wagners, right? Now you got to deal with the 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet, all of that and more, right? And do you realistically trust Ariel? I'm going to keep it real, y'all. In the playoffs, I don't have no faith in guys with no playoff experience. No faith. I know Ariel was with the team last year. He didn't play much in the playoffs, especially, Coach Tibbs ain't playing nobody that's young anyway, especially a rookie in the postseason. Forget about it. You won't see it. So I don't have faith in none of those guys. I don't. And that's part of the reason why I give us an edge over a lot of these Eastern Conference teams, because so many of these guys are so fresh in terms of playoff experience. To ride that wave in the postseason is, most young people, they fold to the pressure. Understandably so. It's a whole nother level. So you're asking yourself, because if you bank on, that's if Mitchell Robinson makes it, which is still no guarantees, because Leon Rose, he pulls rabbits out of the hats, right? And so will Mitchell Robinson be here? I don't know. But if he is here, will he be here? I don't know. So that's what makes Ariel, that decision, a very important decision. I know salary-wise, it makes sense because he doesn't make that much money. But if you're really trying to compete for a championship, you got to make sure that your team is ready for that grind. And you're going to need an insurance policy, especially for the 5 spot, but especially for Mitchell Robinson, on top of it just being the 5 spot, right? You want to keep at least 3 good centers, or not 3 good centers. At least one of your third string is decent enough to plug into the rotation. And I don't know if Ariel's that guy. I don't know. He may be. He may not be. But interesting decision not trading Mitchell Robinson right now and Ariel getting that nod. 646-995-8389. I'm going to go to another commercial, all right? And definitely keep the calls coming.
Most basketball fans watch games and talk loud, but they're not really seeing anything. They're reacting. They're repeating what they heard. They're not analyzing. They're not breaking it down. You want to be different? 82 Nights. Over 200 pages where you document what you actually see. Break down rotations, track patterns, game to game, highlight the players making moves. When you put it on paper, you start seeing what actual fans miss. Your predictions improve, your insights get sharper, your basketball understanding jumps. You stop sounding like everyone else and you start speaking from knowledge. That's what this channel is about. That's what 82 Nights is about. Link in chat. Elevate your game now.
Go get yours now. Linktree/The Objective Fan. Everything I offer is in the Linktree. Go get your official basketball intelligence system now. It's how I keep track of everything. It's why I'm on point. It's why I keep giving y'all that fire analysis. And big time salute to Maxine. Big time salute because she's also the executive producer of this show. This show's her idea. It's her baby. Definitely go check out the Linktree. And she also was the voice on that recording. Salute to my man BKNY1982 for the super chat. He said, Cat for Zion Williamson, Sadiq Bey, Jose Alvarado. Oh, Lord. I salute to my man from, I think he's from L.A. Can't remember. My man from L.A. He talks about Zion all the time, right? I like Sadiq Bey. I feel like Sadiq Bey is like a Julius Randle Jr. It's very similar game, 6'9", but plays defense though. Not the rebounder right now that Randle is. Maybe with more opportunities, he probably is a decent rebounder, but he plays defense. Man, he could shoot, man. 6'9". You don't have Sadiq Bey on your team. I know we talking about Zion Williamson. He's the star player here, but he's just not reliable. The hamstrings is kind of shaky. His off the court is a little out of this. Because look, this is New York City, man. Right? And you bring Zion to New York City, this dude already don't know how to act. I don't know, man. Jose Alvarado, my problem with the Jose Alvarado, y'all. So, and I said this earlier, salute to you, BKNY. You're going to have Alvarado, Tyler Kolek, Clarkson, Deuce, Shamet. That's going to be your 5 off the bench. What are we doing? There's too many guards, bro. Now, if you want to get Alvarado, then if you throw Kolek in the deal, you threw Clarkson in the deal, okay. At least we not adding more guards. I don't want no more 6'4" and under guards. But Sadiq Bey, oh boy, that kid he's a problem, bro. 6'9", playing like that, and he got the confidence and the swag. He's gonna be a player, bro. But Zion, believe it or not, he's the only thing that really makes that trade kind of like a no for me. You know, yes, we know he has the big name. We know he's big time. We know he brings energy on the floor. I don't know. I'm not feeling Zion. I'm going to keep it real. But thank you, though. I appreciate that, BKNY. Definitely, if you want your message read, you know, continue sending in the super chats and the link trees. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna touch on Giannis, man. I think it's time. It's time. And by the way, make sure, you know, if you want to see how to get there, you know, this is what the requirement is on Linktree, and we'll get that done. But as far as this Giannis thing, I want to touch on that. Let me just make sure I'm good behind the scenes because I had some technical difficulties earlier. Okay, yeah, we good. So I got an article, right? I got matter of fact, I got the exact interview from Giannis, right? In his words, we gonna touch on that, right? It's not an audio, it's an article, okay? And I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's like 13 pages, and it's a really good read if you guys want to check it out. You know, his family and all that, the backstory. We don't got time for the backstory. I'm gonna get to the good stuff. So I'm gonna start on page 4. No, I'm gonna start right here. So, amid the league-wide speculation that Antetokounmpo might, notice how I'm bad with international names, but I can say Antetokounmpo. I was preparing myself for the day that he, comes to New York, so that way I can make sure I say his name correctly and properly. but I can't say the other brother, Tosan, can't say his name for nothing. I'm just saying, just notice that. He might finally ask for a trade before this February 5th deadline. This was not a sort of happy-go-lucky scene that one might expect from an NBA superstar looking to force his way out. And as the 31-year-old explained in our 11-minute interview that took place on his slow walk to the team bus, that's because he's not. Salute to this brother, too, from The Athletic. This is Sam Amick. Yep. He did a great job. He did a great job in this interview. Giannis says this, and this is the message, the quote heard round the world. There will never be a chance, and there will never be a moment that I will come out and say I want to trade. What was the one thing I told you? The one requirement I said in order for us to get Giannis. He has to demand a trade. This brother said, I am not doing it. Now, could this be cap? Hell yeah. Because what is he going to say? He's under contract right now. You got to play the game. What is he going to say? I do want to trade. Get me out of here. If that's the case, he can't say it like that. He has to do it like Trae Young. By the way, Trae Young, his agent, said that he's working with, this is what the message was. I'm working with the Atlanta Hawks to find a trade partner. It's not, oh, if they trade me, they trade me. We'll get to that with Giannis. Here's the key crux of why Giannis is, I think he's capping. But, and it's to my man Sam, because he does address this, Antetokounmpo, who could opt out of his contract in the summer of 2027. You see that right there? That means he holds the cards on his destination. Because no team is going to hold on to a superstar that's not willing to commit to them. Then he also said, that's not in my nature, okay? Now, the pauses in each of the words, I didn't do the pauses. He said, that's not in my nature, okay? The pauses between each word reflected his deliberateness that wasn't there on December 18th, when his attempt to address the latest ESPN report about his possible departure resulted in a word salad of sorts on the news conference. Facts. He should have said this then. Why didn't he say it then? Is your back up against the wall, Giannis? Is Nike pressuring you? I'm gonna get to the other quote. Is your agent pressure? Who's putting the pressure on you, Giannis? I'm gonna get to that other quote in a second. But I think Giannis is capping. I do. I think he's capping. Now, maybe he won't be like so out in the open with demanding a trade. That's possible. But I don't believe he's being genuine in everything he's saying, because if he felt that way, like Sam pointed out, he would have said it back then. Why didn't he say it back then? And then Doc, this quote, I'm not going to read the entire Doc quote, but he said that Giannis never asked for a trade, which is a fact. He's given no indication that he went out. But here's the key in the whole Doc statement. That doesn't mean that he doesn't change his mind or whatever. So to all you people that's like, yes, Giannis is not coming to New York. He could always change his mind, because of that 2027, the ball is in his court. Don't listen, all of that fairness, I keep telling y'all, there's no such thing as fair, bro. If you want something fair, go to the carnival, bro. There's nothing fair. Trae Young was traded for nothing, dog, because CJ McCollum is about to get flipped. He's about to get flipped like a flat jack, dog. And like the brother JJ said, he said that his contract may be expiring. Basketball is about politics, bro. Period. Giannis holds the leverage. He does not. Okay. I want to be in Milwaukee. I want to stay. So why you didn't sign the extension? Crickets. I want to stay in Milwaukee, so why you didn't sign the extension, Giannis? Can you explain that to me? I would like to know. See, if I was asking him the question, I would have said, so, okay, you say, because he says in the same interview, you want to be here forever. I think that's cap. Why you didn't sign the extension? SGA signed his extension. Devin Booker signed his extension. Trae Young wanted to sign his extension, but the Hawks didn't want to do it. Got him up out of there. Jokic didn't sign his extension. Will he be in Denver? I don't know. Luka signed his extension. He wants to be in LA. Why do all the people who want to be there, why did they sign their extensions? Like, what do we, like, Giannis, you capping, bro. It's hard for me to not believe what Giannis says is not cap. Trade deadline. And before you answer, here's the thing. The way people have talked about your situation is the only way you're going to get traded is if you decided, right? He decided that in the next few weeks that you were done and that you would have to make a statement that you want out. Bingo. Salute to my man, Sam Amick. That's a great question. The trade ain't on the GM and the Bucks. Why would he trade you? You the best player in the world, dude. If I trade you, I'm not going to get back the same value. But if you force my hand, I'm screwed. Right? So that you were traded as if you decided in the next few weeks that you were done and that you would have to make a statement that you want out. I'm not getting that energy from you. Is that fair? 100%. I think I answered this question a lot of times. I'm not throwing a knock at you, but people keep saying that conversations are happening between other people, between third parties. It's something that I can't control. Nike. You got that big deal with Nike. I'm pretty sure Nike knows they will sell a whole hell of a lot more shoes and get a whole hell of a lot more attention as you was in New York. Because if Giannis came to New York, he would be the biggest star in the world. Facts. As great as he is right now, he's not the biggest star in the world. What about his agent? He's saying third parties is something that I can't control. I can't control what you're going to say with my agent. Huh? I didn't have the discussions, but my agent did. Or my best friend or my chef. I can only control what comes out of my mouth. And not one time have I shown that I'm not interested in this team. And if there is a time on the basketball court where you've seen that, oh, Giannis doesn't look like he wants to be a part of this team no more, I want to pinpoint that that's never been an interview where I said that. So I don't know why people discredit what I say because you be capping. You be capping, that's why. Like even when your article come out, people will say, yeah, but. Yes, we are saying but, Giannis. We are saying but. So sure, but that's kind of why I wanted to see if you were willing and comfortable to say, listen, I'm not going anywhere right now. Look at this. I am not going anywhere. I am invested in this team. I want to turn this thing around. I want to play good basketball. You ain't playing good basketball in Milwaukee, dog. You ain't playing good basketball. Have you watched the Milwaukee Bucks, bro? Miles Turner is a waste of space. Let me tell you something right now. I don't even think I would do Miles Turner for Mitchell Robinson. What does he do? He just stands there and wait to get an open three. He don't do nothing else. Not a dominant rebounder. Yes, he blocks shots. But Miles Turner ain't all of that. He's like a dude that's just on the corner waiting for a shot. I want to play good basketball. I want to be healthy. Now, health is something that we got to make sure it's right. I want to help my teammates. You want to help your brothers. Your brothers, because Milwaukee brought your brother. Milwaukee's the only team that's going to sign a man's two brothers. And we know his brothers ain't that good. Let's not cap like the Antetokounmpos is nice like that. The other brother wasn't even doing nothing in the Eurobasket games. But I digress. Look, I want to help my teammates. I want to win games. The last 6 games we're 4-2. Okay, and what happens when you go 1-5? What happens then, Giannis? That's the one question that Sam didn't ask. So what if this team is not capable of winning? What happens then? What's your decision for next summer? Or does next summer is that contingent on this team? That's the one question he didn't ask. But it's cool because he only had 11 minutes and they're walking towards the team bus. So he's not going anywhere. He's invested in the team. We have a lot of games in front of us. I'm locked the F in. I'm locked in. My priority is just staying healthy. Okay. If you're locked in, Giannis, why don't you sign the extension? If you sign the extension, we won't be talking about this, bro. I'm going to keep it real. If you sign the extension, none of this would be. Then we would know you were telling the truth. It's hard for me to believe that he's not capping when his actions don't match what he's saying. And then he finally, after months, finally says, I want to stay in Milwaukee. But even still, it's not ironclad. The way your situation has been framed, that is, in the next few weeks before February 5th, you have to decide what you want. Am I hearing you correctly that you've decided? As of today. As of today, you know how they say this thing about your significant other or your wife? You always have to say as of today. So as of today, he feels this way, y'all. Tomorrow, he might wake up and say, you know what? I think I'll go to New York. I hear you, but this is a great follow-up question by Sam. This dude is a veteran. I hear you, but that's the stuff where fans are going to say, oh, he's leaving it out. He is. He always does. This is why instead of reading just the quote, sometimes you got to look at the full interview. And you got to pay, by the way, to get this article. This is on The Athletic. It's a paid subscription. Okay? I don't care. I really don't. It doesn't affect me at all. You hear that? I don't care. I really don't. It doesn't affect me at all. So if it doesn't affect you at all, why are you compelled to answer questions in such an elusive way? Why don't you just say, I love Milwaukee. I'm not going anywhere. And we plan on working out the extension over the summer. You know why he's not saying that? Because he doesn't really feel that way. What Giannis feels, and he does echo it in this article, is that, or in this interview, that I want to win. And that is not guaranteed in Milwaukee. It's not. You put this brother with Jalen Brunson, the best closer in basketball. You telling me that New York can't win a championship? And don't tell me, hold on. I think I might have read it. There's a couple of more things I want to look at. I'm looking y'all in the eye right now. If I showed you that Trae Young got traded for nothing, Luka got traded for nothing, Kevin Durant, that trade was a decent trade. I mean, Houston, it's hard to say Houston got fleeced, even though they had to give up Green, but Green and Brooks for KD, when they still got a problem, they got too many goddamn forwards. And I'm hoping that we could get Tari Eason on the low because they got too many forwards and they don't want to sign them. But the point is, what I'm saying is, usually the team that sends out the star doesn't get like equal talent value back. Right? Like, Jalen Green is a nice young player, but he's no Kevin Durant. Even at his advanced age, I watched Jalen Green, super athlete, but his game is just, it's not like that. It's not on where KD is. Dylan Brooks, to me, is probably more valuable than, I'm not saying he's better than Jalen, or he has more upside than Jalen Green, but the way Dylan Brooks plays in Phoenix and his role, to me, he's more impactful for them than Jalen Green is. But that's besides the point. This notion that you have to trade your team for Giannis is cap, and it's always been cap, and I kept telling y'all that. The key to the deal is this guy who won't man up and say, all right, I'm staying. Pen the paper. Because he didn't say that in his article. I'm putting pen to paper. If I was Sam, I would have said, yo, why you didn't put pen to paper? You want to stay here and you love it. And I've been to these guys 13 years and all this great stuff. You still didn't put pen to paper. Oh, then you mentioned third party, because don't be surprised if Giannis gets traded, whether it's to the Knicks or not. Oh, you know, they didn't want me, or he going to put it on somebody else because he feels like he has to be this nice guy. He doesn't want to disappoint. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as loyalty in basketball. It's all cap. It's all cap. Players could be traded at any time. You on the way to the team family dinner. The team family dinner. And you get a call from your agent. You've been traded to Milwaukee. Go get your stuff, get a bag, and meet me in Milwaukee tomorrow. There is no such thing as loyalty in basketball. That's cap. The only loyalty exists is us to our sorry-ass teams. 30 years to a team that ain't do nothing. That's the only loyalty that exists. So I believe that Giannis is full of cap. I read this article like 4 times because I wanted to make sure I had the right context. And every time I read it, I just continue to feel like he's full of cap. You see the contradictions. Sam pointed out. He said, I don't care about what you think. That's cap. Check this out. Let me show you more cap. But you're planning on being here through the end of the season, correct? I love Sam. Because he didn't ask the question of why you didn't put the pen to the contract, but you're planning on being here through the end of the season, doubling down. Giannis, my plan is to be here for the rest of my career. If your plan is to be here for the rest of your career, where's the goddamn contract? If I was a Bucks fan, that's what I would be asking. Huh? What? Then he says, if they don't want me, I would have let him finish. He said, then Sam says, okay, but you are the one in charge of the situation. Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm not the one in charge. I am the employee. Sam says, no, you're not. I am not letting, I love Sam. He's tripling down. No, you're not. I'm not letting you get away with that. Then look at what Giannis says. And this will be the last thing I'll read. I'm just being real with you. No, you're not, Giannis. You're capping. Look at it this way. I have a family office where I have employees who work for me, people who run my whole life, my business, the day-to-day investment, real estate, venture capital, endorsements, everything. It's between 8 to 12 employees. Salute to you, Giannis. I like to see young brothers doing good business. But I'm in charge. You know why? Because I'm the boss, the chairman. But on the court, I can only control what I control. Cap. Hold up, y'all. Y'all believe in this? Do y'all believe that last statement? If you're not the GM or not the boss, then why the hell is your brothers on the team? Because let's keep it 100% funky. Giannis, your brothers is not that good, bro. Let's keep, I mean, come on, dude. You complain about the team not having success, but instead of getting the most talent we can get, we got to go get your brothers. You think they want to sign your brothers? Let's keep it real, Giannis. You think that they want to sign your brothers? Oh, that was just the GM, whatever the hell his name is. I can't remember his name. I think they say it in the article. Oh, yeah. We're going to go get the Giannis Antetokounmpo. Huh? What? Cap, I am not in control. Okay. So how in the hell is your brothers on the team, Giannis? Could you explain that? I'm waiting. You have a say. I'm not saying he owns the team. I'm not saying he's a boss, but saying it like all cool and cavalier. This is what I'm telling you. When he gets traded, because guess what? The Milwaukee Bucks are going to drop the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a dumb trade that's going to make them worse. The same way they fired their coach when they were 30-12 or whatever their record was, and they fell down the hill. Don't be surprised if they do another stupid move and they're going to drop further, and then all of these gremlins are going to come back. You're not winning. I love you, Giannis, but your team is weak, bro. You got good individual players. Kevin Porter is solid. I had him on my fantasy team. I would know. The Rollins kid is cool. You trust the Rollins kid in the postseason, bro? This dude never been there before. You trust this kid? You going to the postseason with Rollins and Kevin Porter, and you think that we going to be scared of you? We definitely not scared of you in New York. You need to come to New York where you got Brunson and the pieces around you. See, it's about who's around you, Giannis. Your team is weak as hell right now. I'm going to keep it real. Weak as hell. You got Miles Turner, who, what is he, a corner dude. Your best player to me is Bobby Portis. That's your second best player to me. And he comes off the bench. Then you got sometimes Kuzma. Sometimes Kuzma looks like an all-star. Sometimes Kuzma look like a G-leaguer. Give me a break, Giannis. He's capping, bro. So, as a Knicks fan, how do I feel about this? Well, I still will take Giannis in the trade. I still take that dude in the trade because we could walk right all over him. He think the Milwaukee GMs is all of that. Man, these shrewd New York people, boy. He come here. We going to give everything we want out of Giannis. We might get Giannis to take $100 million less. I'll take $100 million less to be in New York. It's a joke. I still take him because he's still top 3 in the world. 100% right now. But I don't want nobody who don't want to come to New York, dog. Those days is over. I'm not going to sit here and vouch for a dude that don't want to be with the Knicks, bro. You're talking it between your words. You're making things up as you go along. Sam Amick was asking, he doubled down, tripled down. That was a great interview, bro. On the way to the bus. That man did a great job. He said, come on, Giannis. I'm not letting you get away with that. I like when reporters stand their ground. I'm not letting you cap. Because you've been capping this whole time. But I'm not going to let you cap on this one. So the trade is not dead. It's not. But I don't want a guy who doesn't want to come to New York. So he's going to have to do like Trae Young. We're going to work together. I'm going to send my agent, that third party he talks about, who he acts like he can't. You see the contradiction, right? The agent works for him. He's the boss of the agent. But the agent does whatever he wants. He can't control what the agent does. That's cap, but he can't control what the agent does. But him being a star player, he can't control what goes on in Milwaukee by throwing his weight around. Shaq told you. Shaq said in interviews you gotta throw. Somebody told him, I can't remember who it was. Somebody told Shaq, yo, you gotta throw your weight around as a star player. You gotta throw your. So the reason why the Orlando Magic drafted Penny Hardaway is because of Shaq, because they was going to get Chris Webber. Shaq said, no, I don't want Webber. I want Penny Hardaway. Guess what they did? They went and got Penny Hardaway. Giannis said, go get my brothers. Guess what they did? They went and got his brothers. Yeah, they did. They went and they got him. They got the little brother. They probably going to get the other brother. How many brothers are there? Can't hoop like Giannis, so I don't know. But yeah, that's my stance, Giannis. I would love to have you in New York, but I ain't begging for nobody. Because I know right now we'll wipe the floor with Milwaukee. As bad as we look, we're not as bad as Milwaukee. Trust me. I've watched them. They're a walking accident waiting to happen. I'm keeping it real. I have no faith in them in the postseason. It's going to be a story. Doc Rivers, I don't like to take shots at Rivers like that because, you know, once a Knick, always a Knick. I don't really got no problem with Doc, but there's a lot of questionable moments with Doc. But, man, yo, listen, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I think I cooked you know, this is what I like to do on this channel. I like to go to the source. Yes, it's cool reading the Shams quote. That's cool. Oh, Shams says, Giannis said this. Salute to Shams. He always does a great job. But when you actually go look at the actual interview for yourself, you can see the crap. And one thing on this channel, I'm going to call out crap every single time I see it. I want to be in Milwaukee forever. Kyrie said, I'm not leaving Boston. I'm going to spend my career here in Boston. And what happened? He was out. KD, we going to Brooklyn? Okay, let's go make that happen. Simple. So, yeah, I don't believe none of that. 100%. Salute to Maxine. Definitely call up, voice your opinions. I appreciate all you guys and your support. Salute to the channel members, man. 100%. I do appreciate every single channel member that's in the building. You guys are the lifeblood of the channel. You guys make it happen. Maxine, we still good for the call-up show? I need the call-up show for the morning show. I need a thumbnail for that. I definitely need a thumbnail for that. But this is what I do. I'm not just dealing with ESPN tells me what Giannis said. I saw this, and I said, I got to read this. And, yeah, 100%, you know, if you got an athletic subscription, go check it out. It's a really good read. Sam did a great job. He did the best job he could with 11 minutes walking to the bus. So Maxine's on this. Yeah, so we on for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have our first ever morning show. I'm looking forward to that. I always wanted to do a morning show. And it's going to be lit. We're going to talk about the Clippers game. I'm going to give you guys a preview. I watched 3 condensed games of the Clippers. And of the Clippers, of the Suns. It's going to be a game. It's going to be a game. I'm just going to say that. There's definitely going to be a game. But the tomorrow show is the Orange and Blue Breakfast. That's the name of the show. The Orange and Blue Breakfast. Thank you, Maxine, for putting that in the chat. I'm curious to know what you guys think about Giannis now. You know, maybe I exposed some things you didn't hear about. But, you know, it seemed like Giannis is just saving face in a space where he says he doesn't care about what we think, but he makes sure to say certain things to appease the Milwaukee fan base. Salute to my man JJ. I see him in the chat, channel member. He said, what's your predictions for the West Coast trip? I'm going 2-2. Well, I was looking at the entire West Coast stretch. So I was counting even the home games. Like we had the Clippers at home and we have Phoenix at home. So we are 6-2 against the Western Conference. And so I feel like we could go 6-1. I think we'll lose one of the Phoenix games, whether it's tomorrow or even at home. I could see them splitting the Phoenix games because I'm telling y'all right now, the Suns are a good team, bro. What I seen, I'm like, okay, yeah, the Suns are the real deal. 100%. But Golden State is another team that always gives us problems, no matter how bad they look, and they look kind of bad right now. But they always gives us problems, bro. Steph Curry and then Draymond Green. I can't stand Draymond Green. Oh God. And so that's my take on that. Maxine, are we good? Anything else you would like me to share with the people? Orange and blue breakfast tomorrow, 9 o'clock. We'll be there. I didn't miss any, Cole. Was that a blank? What the world was that? Oh, okay. She sent me the logo. She designed. Damn, Maxine, she designed a logo. The logo is fire. Definitely fire. You want me to post this as a thumbnail, Maxine? Okay. I like the thumbnail though. It's fire. I wish I could show y'all. Okay. Well, Maxine says that's all. So that's all I got for you guys. I do appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for all of the callers. My man JJ, LB, my man Joe from Atlantic City, Mike from Harlem, the PA. I do appreciate all the callers. Yuri, Knicks Tape Madness, Discord server channel member. Oh, my man Fritz, the NBA Economy, big time salute. I do appreciate you guys. So, be on the lookout for the next Knicks Nocturnal show. We do this on nights where there's no Knicks game. And, guys, we still got the urge to talk about the Knicks. All you guys are hardcore Knicks fans. And I do appreciate y'all. I'm doing a doubleheader, so we'll do the morning show in the morning. And then we'll do the post-game call-up show, another late show for the Phoenix Suns game. That's going to be a game. I can't wait for that game. I'm actually looking forward to that. And but that's all I got for you guys, man. And big time salute to everybody in the building. Let me get my soundboard. And as always, oh, wait, hold on, whoa. Maxine, before we go, hold on, I forgot to do this. I'm wilding right now. Hold on. You know our ritual, y'all. I'm bugging out. My bad, bro. We do not exit the show without doing this. If you didn't do it, well, actually, it's a new day. It's after midnight. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to NBA.com and we're going to go vote for the boys in blue. Now, I know some of you guys may not be feeling the boys in the orange and blue, but we still got to vote for them. So I got my man Jalen Brunson because he's always around the top of the list. I'm going to pull up Karl-Anthony Towns, right? Bam, he's up in there. I'm going to go pull up OG Anunoby. Bam, he's up in there. I'm going to go pull up my man Mikal Bridges. Bam, he's up in there. And then I'm going to go get my man Josh Hart. Bam, he's up in there. That took me less than 2 minutes to do. Go to NBA.com. If you don't got an NBA.com profile, it takes you 2 seconds to create one and another 2 seconds to vote. Let's get these brothers to Los Angeles, whether you guys think they don't belong there or not. But I got to end the show on that, man. Hold on, Maxine told me to read some. Okay. Oh, my man J-Tap, Knicks Tape Madness Discord server, channel member, one of the first mods. He said he thinks Giannis is spineless. Hey, yo, J-Tap, man. Normally me and you, we don't see eye to eye with Giannis discussions, but on this one, I agree. Giannis is capping. He's not standing firm. If he really felt the way he said, he would be a Buck right now because all he had to do was sign the contract, J-Tap. Like, seriously. Like, if everything he said in that interview, and like I said, go check it out. My man Sam Amick did a great job. If everything was true in that interview, there would be no discussion. So salute to you, my man J-Tap. So now I could do my proper outro now, Maxine. I appreciate you, Maxine, making this show happen. So, as always, and until tomorrow, when I see you, let's go.